This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here at the Palace on the Prairie, you know this is one of the most iconic stadiums in all of college football. Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium gets rocking for the Sooners. They have got so many loyal fans. You know they bleed crimson and cream here. They are excited after a 10-win season last year, and these fans can't wait to get it started again. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Marshall. Runs ahead and powers his way from 4 yards out to the 30. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously, in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
On the run, it's Marshall. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got it. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. He wants to change this route. Give to the back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Finds the tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Going with the ground game left. There's some room. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
Ready, go.
They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Nick.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give on the inside. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. On the move, it's Marshall. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. He's got an open man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the first down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top as we get a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Hands it off on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. On the run, fires downfield. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Makes a catch. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too.
Maybe some room here. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Inside the 45. Touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. All by himself. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in.
There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Here comes the heat. It's complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Marshall. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines! A great catch and run for 6. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Here's Underwood to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready. Hey, take it.
Wants to adjust the pattern.
Keep. Where did he go?
Finding some room. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, this secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Ready. Red 54. Red 54. Brothers. Go.
Right back to the well. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds his big tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's amazing.
Makes the grab and room to run. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Ready.
Wide receiver going in motion.
Ready, go.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The kick is on its way. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Now on the counter. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with Southern Mississippi taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. And it's the Golden Eagles looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The screen, he's got wheels. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Turning it on.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls in.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this, baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. At the end of that play, there is a Sooner who is slow to get up. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Third and 6 yards to go. Handoff to Xavier. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Are forced to settle for 3. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Slings it downfield. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Unloads quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Here we go. Ready, go.
On 3rd down, here's Robinson. Bust through behind his pad. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
That's an interesting play call there, because I think with the 3rd and long situation, a lot of people probably thought they were going to throw it. Instead, they hand it off, and great job by the offensive line. And after that run now, they're set up in 1st and goal.
And the Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Ready. Yeah, they take it. Sweep.
Robinson again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
29 bells. 29 bells. Ready. 1, 2, go.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end. and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Underwood finds a man by himself. Oh, look out on the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. I knew it was hot out there, but apparently it's fried the coach's brain. They've got the punt team out there, and it's not fourth down. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Madden.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And the drive has been really, really solid. And we've got to maximize this possession. Down a couple of possessions. Got to make sure we're aggressive, not reckless, but aggressive, and make sure we've got a plan for the shorter part of the field down here so we can get a touchdown.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running inside. It's Marshall. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Wide open downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Working that left side now. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Black 14. Black 14. Western. There you go.
Here's a give to Robinson. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, I got to give the defense credit on that. 3rd down, they were almost anticipating some throws to the outside. They took it all away, so they forced the quarterback to go into the middle of the field on the drag route where everybody could converge on the receiver and make the tackle short of the 1st down.
The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. So here comes the Michigan offense. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Here's Underwood to throw. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll run it from the gun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Really good job by this defense. Way to be dialed in and understand. It's a pass, and they're trying to throw the football down the field, and that clock is ticking, but understanding what you're playing against. A guy that can absolutely fly. Nice job closing in on him and getting him on the ground.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes the grab. Inside the 40. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gets it out quickly. Oh, he's got some space. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get 1 first down. And Palmer, they can run it. They can play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. And they go out, they get the execution needed to win this game.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.